remember it was exactly 11 years ago in 2009. I had just graduated from McMaster University, and I remember sitting down in my tiny little apartment. It was maybe 475 square feet. It was really, really tiny. And this was in Vaughan Road in Toronto, Ontario. I remember so vividly coming back home from one of these jobs that I'd been doing at the time, and really it was a telemarketing jobs. I had to get people to sign up to get their windows washed, but my entire life literally looked like it needed a scrub, speaking of getting people's windows washed. And I got paid minimum wage, and even if it was $8 an hour and it seemed like a whole lot of money to me back then, I remember not still able to meet any bills, still coming home every month to eviction notices, still not able to pay my cell phone bills in time. And for some reason that day I was done. I was fed up and I was done. So I remember just really pacing around my tiny apartment. The bathroom was right there, and right beside the bathroom was the kitchen, and then my room. There was barely any space to do anything. And I remember coming home that evening from work and just saying a simple prayer and saying, God, if you would help me get through this season of my life, I would do whatever it takes just to move past and not be a victim of the situation. And just shortly, seconds, literally seconds after I prayed that prayer, I turned on my television. Who do I see on TV? It was Oprah interviewing Dr. Phil. And I remember listening in on that interview because all they talked about was the power of journaling. They talked about how cathartic it was. They talked about how Oprah specifically talked about how amazing it was for her and how she had used just writing to get herself to where she had gotten to. And I remember light bulbs going up and going, really? Is this what I need? Because I would do whatever it takes to get out of the situation. And I, paced around my house real quick until I found myself just a little scratchbook that looked like this, or just any other notebook. And I remember grabbing a pen and going, God, I have a pen, I have a paper, let's do this. And I was just writing and writing and writing for hours, just talking about what was going on. And really, I didn't even know there was anything like journaling until I stumbled into that interview. And I just remember writing, talking about how things were not so great. It was like I was writing a letter to God. And then from writing about how things were not great, I found myself just being in total gratitude as to how much shift I'd experienced in that moment. And at the end of 2 hours, it seemed like my entire life had turned around because my perspectives had changed. And suddenly things didn't look so bad anymore. It didn't look like I didn't have a job, I didn't have money, I didn't have the relationships I needed, or I didn't have the things that I thought I needed to be happy. I just had a different perspective. And literally maybe a couple months after that day, everything turned around. I created a vision board, I started writing, and I have never looked back since then. So I wanted to ask you, do you know the art of journaling? Do you know how to create miracles with journaling? Do you know how to write, and do you know what to write about? Do you know how to get yourself unstuck just with a paper and a pen? Do you know what to write, when to write, what sort of things to do to create miracles in your life right now? Because I will be teaching a class on the power of journaling, and I want you to get in on that class because this is the one thing that has changed my life completely. If I can speak of any one thing that I do diligently, consistently, every single day, it will be journaling. I don't go a single day without writing out something on my notebook, and it's changed my life. It's changed my perspective. It's made me see things differently. So I wanted to invite you, if you're not a person who journals right now, I'll give you a simple example of some of the things that we write about. So for example, I would totally write in my journal now, what am I creating in this very moment? And the thing about journaling, it makes you more intentional about the people you're hanging out with, your association, the things that you want to create, the miracles that you're attracting. You know that it's in your power. You're no longer waiting for any external force or some creature, something, stroke of luck to get to where you need to get to. So I'll write questions such as, what am I manifesting in this moment? And what is stopping me from getting to that next level? What beliefs need to be true for me to get to where I need to get to? And what beliefs am I holding on to right now that are totally stopping me from that next level? So I want to invite you, if you have not taken the journaling course with me, this is a course that I bet my life on will be life changing for you. So I want you to go ahead, send me a message if you're interested in getting in on that program. I guarantee you that things will be different for you after taking that program. So, hey, if you're not a person who's used to journaling, if you're not a person who's accustomed to writing, if you're a person who just wants to talk about, you've heard about how important it is to write about what you're grateful for, but you just haven't gotten into it. This is what you need to start doing right now. Of course, I also created and I made a journal for you as well. Why not? Okay. So if you're interested in learning more about that, send me a message. Let's get talking. I'll talk to you later. Bye.